Hello, everybody. How are you today? Hello, everyone. Okay, so the camera's blurry. I don't even know what to do about it. It's gonna have to stay like that. Let's see. This is gonna be an interesting experience. All right, you guys, thank you so much for your patience with my lack of skill at this camera. Here's what's going on. I don't know how to use this camera. I set it up last night. I thought it was perfect, and it is not okay. It'll work. Y'all can see a blurry version of what I'm doing. In fact, this may even be a blessing in disguise. Let me just sit down for a second so I'm not hunching. When we do yoga practice on online like this, look how blurry this is. It's so silly. Anyway, the yellow square is gone. There's a silver lining. Anyway, what I was going to say is that when we do yoga practice with like online, like with a camera, we maybe have a tendency to get distracted by what's on the screen. And if you've taken classes with me in the studio, you know that I often don't demonstrate at all. Sometimes I sit at the side of the class or at the back of the class and just speak so that by moving around, I'm not creating a visual distraction. So today, maybe we'll get a little bit of a taste of that, of this blurry video. Anyway, blurry video to experience a little bit of what that's like when you're practicing without clearly seeing the demonstration of what's going on. All right. That said, I have to tell y'all that yesterday, this is very timely, yesterday I called up my local video store or photography store, camera store, and inquired about if they teach how to use their cameras. So I have organized a 2-hour training session for myself in how to use my camera so that I can do a better job with these videos going forward, because every day it's a new surprise. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with the content for today. I have one question that I'd like to address this morning. I have seen I've seen the same question, I'd say slightly different versions of this question several times since we have started this 21-day challenge. And it's about breathing. So the question is something along the lines of, how is it possible to keep the abdominal muscles engaged while taking a breath? Okay, so the answer to this is, it's a bit complicated. It takes a lot of practice to be able to figure out how to maintain that engagement in the abdominal muscles and breathe at the same time. So I'm looking down here at this little shelf I have down here, and there's a document that says Shraddha. It's kind of a difficult word to pronounce. Shraddha means unshakable faith. Like, we have to continue our yoga practice with faith that it will all work out. And this is kind of coincidentally in line with this idea about keeping the abdominal muscles engaged while breathing. It'll take practice. One day you'll magically be able to, keep that little bit of tone. It's not like a full engagement of the abdominal muscles, but a little bit of tone in the muscle, all the muscles in the abdominal region, while breathing fully and expanding in the chest and the ribs out toward the sides. So please be patient. It will come. In the meantime, if you need to release your abdominal engagement so that you can breathe well, you can absolutely do that. or you can practice keeping the abdominal engagement and breathing less fully. Either one would be perfectly fine. So, just stick with it, keep going, and it will come. It'll come. All right, let's see about this practice for this morning. Fascinating. Go ahead and find your comfortable standing position. Let me move this around a little bit. Okay. Last night, I went to sleep too late. I did not sleep enough. So, let's see what this morning's practice looks like. I'm a little bit achy. My body didn't get enough rest. Hopefully you did sleep enough and you're feeling well this morning. Alrighty, let's get started. So comfortable standing position, arms are relaxed down. Then on an inhale, bring your arms out toward the sides and up. Exhale, arms move out and down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, down. Inhale. Exhale. Please do 2 more, your pace. Okay. Bring your shoulders up toward your ears and back and down. Shoulders up toward the ears, back and down. 2 more, keep going. Okay. Now interlace your fingers. Press your palms down toward the floor. And then on an inhale, bring your arms forward and up. Exhale, forward and down. As always, move within your comfortable range. Go ahead and release your hands when you're ready. We'll start to work on some side bending. Step your feet wide. Today, we're going to try something a little bit different than we normally do. Bring your hands onto your hips. Engage your abdominal muscles. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, keep going. As you're doing this, start to pay attention about whether there's any forward bending component when you're doing your side bend. We want to try to side bend directly to the side without any forward leaning component. When we start to do that, we add a little more awareness, of course, and a little bit more intensity to the side bend. We'll do 1 more round. Abs are still engaged. All right, and then when you're finished, you can let your arms relax down. Step your feet together. Let's work on some forward folding. On an inhale, bring your arms forward and up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale, walk your way back up. Exhale, shoulders relax. Again, inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, strong legs, walk your way back up. Exhale, shoulders down. Please do 3 more. Okay, whenever you're finished with all of that, we're going to work on stretching out the feet a little bit. And by the way, I really love all the questions and comments that come in to our comment section. I really learn a lot about what's going on with y'all through the comments. So step onto your right foot and then bring the top of your left foot down onto the floor or your mat or whatever you're using. So the top of your foot is down and you're reaching the front of your ankle forward. We'll stay right here and breathe. In my classes in person, I'm able to see my students and, I can observe what's going on with their bodies. But since I can't see you, it's really helpful if you give me some feedback and some input about, how you're doing, what's going on with your body in the comment section. It's a good substitute for actually being able to see you in person. Okay, go ahead, please release this. And then switch over to the other side. And so the top of your right foot now is down on the floor, maybe a little bit behind your standing foot. And you can reach the front of your ankle forward, stretching out the top of this foot. Okay. Now go ahead and release this, and we'll stretch in the other direction now. So set yourself up, your comfortable standing position, feet a little bit wide. Keep your heels down, bend your knees, and straighten. So we're bending the knees and keeping the heels down so we can stretch out in the calves a little bit. And you can go at your pace, of course, just bending and straightening. And notice how your calves are feeling and if this is enough intensity or too much intensity. Today, for me, I noticed that my calves are really tight, so I just spontaneously added a twisting motion while my knees are bent, and that's helping to stretch out the calves a little bit more. Okay, go ahead and start settling back to straight legs. Okay, and then if you would, find something to hold on to so you don't have to worry about your balance too much. Stand on your right foot and slowly circle your left ankle around. So we're just lifting the foot off the floor and circling the foot around in one direction, and then pause and change directions. We'll go slowly in the other direction. A little more mobility for the ankle. Alrighty. Go ahead and take a break on that side and switch over. And we'll do the same. So now you're standing on your left and circling the right ankle around. Just pick one direction and go slowly. Then pause and change directions. Okay, give that side a break as well. And then one more time, stretch out your calves. Keep your heels down. Bend your knees. Okay, now, one more thing. I'm grabbing my strap. If you have a strap, you're welcome to use it. What we're going to do is, again, hold on to some wall or the furniture to help stabilize yourself. You're going to stand on your right foot and then bend your left knee and take a hold of the left foot or the hem of your pants. Or if you cannot quite reach, you can use a strap or like maybe a towel or something like that to, be able to reach your foot. And then you're drawing your foot up toward your bottom to stretch out the muscle in the front of the thigh. Okay, go ahead and release the side. Switch over. You can work on the other side. And the knee, draw the foot up. Alrighty, go ahead and release that. And now we'll start getting into some bigger things. Step your feet wide. Let's today combine triangle twist and side bend triangle. We've done this before. On an inhale, sweep your arms out toward the sides. Then exhale, right hand comes across to your left side for a twist. Inhale, arms stretch out. Exhale, left hand comes across to the right side for a twist. Inhale, arms stretch out. Exhale, left side bend. Inhale to the center. Exhale, right side bend. Inhale to the center. Exhale, arms rest down. Inhale, arms stretch out. Exhale, right hand to your left side, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, left hand to right side, twist. Inhale to the center. Exhale, left side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, right side bend. Inhale to the center. Exhale, arms rest down. All right, let's keep going, please. We're going to do 4 more rounds. Do your version of each of these 2 postures. If you prefer to rest your hand down onto a block, you can do that. If you prefer to keep your hands on your legs, you can do that. Do what works for you. We'll take a minute to remind you about the concept of ahimsa that we talked about early on in this 21-day challenge. Ahimsa means non-harm, and in the yoga practice, we should always move in a way that's not causing harm to our body or even to our mind. So you can feel free to adjust the practice to suit your needs. That may mean changing sequences. It may mean not doing the full quantity that your teacher's guiding, like me or anyone else. Whoops. I'm doing too much talking and not enough focusing on my own movement. I'll be quiet now. I think we have about 1 more round. Okay, whenever you finish, go ahead and step your feet together. Smooth out your breathing. Okay, then step your feet wide again. We'll work on wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, bring your arms forward and up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Stay for an inhale. Stay for an exhale. Then inhale, bend your knees, walk your way up. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Stay for the inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, walk your way up. Exhale, shoulders relax. 2 more, please. Go at your pace. When you're finished, step your feet together. All right, take a moment to find your breathing again and assess how you're feeling. All right. Once again, bring your shoulders up toward your ears and back and down. Again, up, back, down. 2 more, up, back, down, and up, back, down. Okay, let's do a little bit of work for the neck. Bring your left hand and tuck it right behind your back. Check and make sure that this is comfortable for your shoulder. It's not too intense. If it is too intense, feel free to just let your arm relax down alongside your body. Okay, so possibly your left hand is behind your back. Then we're going to add some movement with the neck. So slowly start to bring your right ear over toward your right shoulder. And just see how that goes. Kind of ease into it. Practice your good breathing with deep inhales and long exhales. Then on an inhale, bring your head back up to the center and go ahead and release this hand from behind your back. Then bring your right hand behind your back. And we'll do the same thing. So right hand is behind, and then slowly bring your left ear over toward the left shoulder. We'll stay right here and breathe. Okay, when you're ready, inhale, ease your way back up. Release this arm from behind your back. Then, on inhale, slowly start to lift your face and look up. Exhale, slowly lower your chin down toward your chest. Inhale, slowly up. Exhale, slowly down. Go at your pace. While you're doing this movement, think about what the rest of your spine is doing. Also think about what your shoulders are doing. And try to maintain a good posture from the base of your spine all the way up to the base of your neck. And let just your neck, your cervical spine, do this movement of inhaling so you can face upward and exhaling so you can face down. Okay. Next time you're inhaling, come back up to a neutral head position. All right. And then one more time, interlace your fingers, press your palms down. And we're going to try this again. We're going to add on if it's comfortable for you. So inhale, your arms are moving forward and up to the height that's comfortable for you. And exhale, your arms move forward and down. Then, if you'd like, you can also elevate up onto your toes. So inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale. Exhale. If you are lifting your heels, try to coordinate the pace of movement of your heels and of your arms, and even of your breath. The tricky thing here is that the heels are going a short distance while the arms are going a relatively longer distance. So the two things have to go at a different pace if they are to begin and end simultaneously. Okay, next time you come down, go ahead and stay down. Release your hands one more time. Keep your heels down and bend your knees to stretch out your calves. Okay, and then we're going to move to lying down on the floor, on your mat, on the carpet, on whatever you're on. So you're going to go to your lying down position, and you can keep your knees bent or straight. And you're going to stretch your arms out toward the sides. Okay, how are we doing on time? We're doing fine. All right. Okie doke. So once you find your good posture, let your shoulders relax down toward the floor. Turn your attention to your breathing. Please make your breaths long and smooth, and try to keep your mind completely engaged with this activity of breathing. Keep redirecting your mind so that it stays engaged with your activities of breathing. Okay, now let's start a bit of movement. Once again, we're going to turn the head from side to side. So working on releasing tension from the neck. Go to your maximum comfortable range of motion. And then when you're ready, start to roll your head back to a neutral position. When you get there, check again, make sure your shoulders are relaxed down. And try to make your neck and your head be in a neutral position where your nose is pointing upward, like straight up above you toward the ceiling, rather than having your head tilted back and your nose is pointing back behind you toward the ceiling, or too much of chin tucked toward the chest, where you're essentially looking forward over the top of your body. So just to recap, you're looking upward, your face is facing upward. Bring your arms down alongside your body, palms face down. All right, we've talked about over these last couple of weeks we've been working together. Once or twice we've talked about how when we, we did talk about this one time. When we bring the arms overhead, like if you're a standing position and you bring your arms overhead, you're essentially creating a very subtle back bend. And given that, that raising the arms overhead is a back bend, we also talked about an intensified version of any movement or sequence that you can do if you want more challenge. So what we're going to do now is just bring the arms up and back to the degree of movement that's comfortable for you. And then we'll bring them up toward the ceiling and down. And the intensification here, if you want it, is to interlace your fingers and press your palms down. And then we'll do the same movement with the arms or the hands in this locked position. Okay, let's try it. Decide if you want your hands down alongside you or if you want your hands in the locked position. Make sure once again that your neck is neutral. Then inhale, bring your arms up toward the ceiling and back to your comfort level. Exhale, arms move up toward the ceiling and down. Inhale, arms move up and back. Exhale, up toward the ceiling and down. We're going to do 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Next, go ahead and bring your knees up toward your chest or toward your shoulders. Take a hold of your knees and rock a little bit from side to side. Just move at your own pace. And then settle back to the center. Knees are still up toward your chest or shoulders. And then on an inhale, extend your legs up toward the ceiling, flex your feet. Exhale, bend your knees, hug them up toward your shoulders. Inhale, extend up and flex. Exhale, bend your knees up toward your shoulders. Inhale, up and flex. Exhale, knees hug up toward the shoulders. One more round. Inhale, extend up and flex. Exhale, knees hug up toward the shoulders. Okay, go ahead and set your feet back down. Stretch your arms out toward the sides. Bring your feet together and your knees together, neck neutral. Then inhale, bring your knees out toward the sides. The bottoms of your feet come together. Then exhale. Once again, the knees move together and the bottoms of your feet are on your mat. Inhale, knees wide. Exhale, together. Inhale, wide. Exhale, together. Inhale, wide. Exhale, together. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Okay, good. Let your feet be just a slightly more apart, comfortable distance apart. We'll work on some gentle and subtle core strengthening. So on an inhale, slide your left heel out until your leg is fully extended. Then exhale, drag the heel back into the starting place. Now right side. Inhale, extend your leg forward. Exhale, slowly drag the heel back into the starting place. Inhale, left. My heel is actually dragging along the floor. Yours should too, or your mat. That gives a little bit of extra resistance for this strengthening movement. Last round. Okay. Whenever you finish, step your feet wider and then bring your knees all the way over toward the left as far as you're comfortable. Inhale to the center. Exhale all the way over toward the right. Inhale, center. Please continue at your pace. And start to wrap it up. Next time you complete the right side, you can bring your knees to the center. Then one more time, extend your legs. And slowly walk your feet over toward the left side to their maximum comfortable capacity. Keep the legs right here. Your arms are stretched out toward the sides. Breathe for 3 slow breaths. Okay, go ahead and walk your feet back to the center. And then continue over toward your right side, maximum comfortable capacity. And begin to breathe. Please work on 3 complete breath cycles. On an inhale, walk your legs back to the center. And then one last time, bend your knees. Bring them up toward your shoulders. Rock a bit side to side. And then let your body become still. Set your feet back down on your mat. Find your long and smooth breathing. See if it's possible to maintain some degree of tone in your abdominal muscles while you're breathing here. On your inhales, your lungs and your ribs expand. On your exhale, lungs and ribs contract. If it's comfortable for you, please practice in this way. Normal inhale, and your exhale is a hum, either out loud or a silent hum, which is happening just in your mind. Normal inhale, hum on exhale. And notice what effects, if any, this breathing has on your breathing, on your body, your mind. When you're ready, start to return to natural breathing. And then slowly roll to one side and ease your way back up to sitting. Thank you very much for being here this blurry morning, sharing yourself and your practice. Please have a great day. Very good work, everybody. Nice job. Let's chat. If you have time, I'm going to come up closer to the camera. I will be a little bit more in focus. And you can let me know how you're feeling. Any observations about that breathing practice with the humming or otherwise, other kind of observations. How did that go for you today? How was it to practice with blurriness? Any different effect? Where are my glasses? Oh, I left them over here on the floor. Let me grab them. Let's see. Okay, wonderful. Mish says, thank you for the breathing tips and neck exercises. That clarifies a lot. Very good. Good. My mom says she's feeling relaxed. Fantastic. Yeah. While y'all are adding any comments there, it was not that blurry. Oh, that's good to know. Breathing was relaxing. Very good. I have one piece of hair sticking up back here. Anyway, it's fine. There. It occurred to me yesterday, Cindy is saying, wow, the hand behind the back with the neck stretch showed how much tension is in the neck. Yeah, absolutely. And oftentimes, and it's another question that I've been getting frequently is it normal that the two sides of the body, behave differently? And we can really notice it when we put the one arm behind the back and work on the neck. You can really notice if there's more tightness on one side than the other. Okay. Nicole says that back feels much better during the floor practice now that I don't send my arms all the way to the back. Fantastic. Excellent. Great, Nicole. Chrissy B says, Thank you so much for today's class. I don't seem to be able to do the stretch the top of my foot. My toes are not at all flexible, but we'll keep trying. Yes, do keep trying. Make sure that when you're turning your foot, so that the tops of the toes are down, that you're stepping your foot a little bit far back, like as far back as is comfortable for you. And that may help you start to get over on top of the toes. For some people, we have a lot of tightness in our feet. I'll tell you, every time that I do that, my feet are tight. And I remember, wow, my feet are tight and I need to stretch them out. But, if we think about how we use our feet, how we treat our feet, we put them into shoes and we force them to work all the time, and we don't often, care for them or try to, help them recuperate. So it's understandable that the feet become tight. It's kind of to be expected. Okay. Let's see. Lovely practice. I started the 21-day challenge by doing it in the afternoons and evenings. Switching to early mornings has been life-changing. Wonderful. Very good. Yeah, I do like practicing early in the morning. I feel that it sets the tone, sets my mind for the day. That said, everybody has different responsibilities in life, and sometimes it's not possible to practice in the morning. So just practice when you can. Anand says, cooking breakfast, lunch for my husband while watching your session. We'll do it once. Yes. Yeah. Duty for others. That's, so this comment in full says, I will do this session once my duty for others is over. Yeah, that's very much in line with yoga philosophy, and especially during this phase of life where we're caring for others, for a spouse, a partner, children. Yoga philosophy does teach us that, that's our first job. That's our first responsibility, to take care of the other people, and then we can take care of what we need to do. So yeah, it's been a challenging lesson for me to learn and integrate into my own life, but that's absolutely, I think, the right thing to do. Casey says, another great start to the day. The feet and the neck work is beneficial. Fantastic. Okay, very good. Y'all, I really have been doing a poor job of letting you know other ways to practice with me and with us, the teachers on my team at the yoga room here in town. Our studio has been closed since March. Like, the physical location is closed, and that's why we've started to do much more online. But I have neglected to tell you that we offer classes via Zoom every day of the week. We have classes in the morning time, our time, and also starting next week, we're going to have evening classes Monday through Thursday. And you can I'll link the schedule. Actually, I always do link the schedule, class schedule page in the description of the videos. And, if you're interested in practicing with us, maybe after this 21-day challenge is finished, you're welcome to come attend our Zoom classes. You can find the pricing for that on our website. And the other thing that I wanted to make sure to mention, because so many of you found my channel because of the Yoga for Bigger Bodies video, is that I teach Yoga for Bigger Bodies weekly. It's on Wednesdays, mid-morning at 10:30. So I just wanted to make sure that you all know that that exists, so that if you're interested in continuing to practice with us beyond this YouTube challenge, you have some, ways to do that. And then one last thing that I wanted to tell y'all is thank you so much. Some of y'all have messaged me either through our Facebook page or with an email. Maybe it's those main two methods, and asked, you've expressed your gratitude for this content that I create and put out on the YouTube channel, like, the videos that I've been doing for the past 10 years, and then now this live challenge that I've been doing over the past 16 or 17 days. And you've asked, you're putting out all this great content, and I'd like to support your work. And I'm so grateful for that. Sorry, I hope I didn't hit the microphone. I'm so grateful for, your thoughtfulness and your willingness to support this in a financial way. So I wanted to let you know that I am working on creating a Patreon that will work kind of hand in hand with our YouTube channel, so that any of you who are interested in financially supporting our work have a way to do that. So thank you very much for those of y'all who reached out and planted the seed in my head that that was something that I should do. Hopefully I'll have it up in the next day or two. I think we're close. We've been working on it. Okay, I think that's all for today. Oh, Cindy says that the Zoom classes are amazing too. Thanks, Cindy. Yay. Yeah. And, on the Zoom classes, you can find, not only me teaching, but other teachers, and all of the teachers on my team, are like-minded in the sense that they offer lots of options and variations so that everyone can find a way to practice. That said, we do have different levels of intensity of practice. We have gentle and moderate and strong, and we also have chair yoga on Thursdays. Oh, and I should mention also that if you're not available at the time that the live class happens, we do record it and we send out the recording to everybody who registers for each class. So if you're not available the time we practice, you can still practice with us with the recording. Difference between gentle and bigger bodies. Okay, so bigger bodies is very focused and mindful on doing movements and sequences that work for people with bigger bodies. So for example, we're not going to do, there's like, for example, a twist where you're sitting on the floor, you cross one leg over the other, and then you try to twist this direction. Like, this is extremely challenging for someone who has a bigger body, and especially if you're bigger in the abdomen or belly region, because the belly is going to run into your leg and it'll become quite impossible to twist. So we just, in the bigger bodies class, I keep in mind these kind of limitations that tend to come up in the yoga practice if we're not, careful about the postures and sequences we choose. That said, now that you, especially Nicole, have been practicing with me for some time, you know how to modify the practice. You know how to make the practice work for your body. So you probably would be perfectly fine in a regular gentle class. Yeah, you absolutely can apply modifications and you can do what you need to do. But the teacher probably won't be specifically keeping in mind about verbalizing all the modifications and variations for everybody. But yeah, absolutely, everybody who's practicing with me on YouTube would be capable of doing a gentle class or a moderate class. Strong will be a bit more intense. Another thing to keep in mind is that some of these classes will have weight bearing on the hands. So some of y'all who have sensitive wrists will need to be prepared to modify, and probably the teacher will also, cue about how to do that. Yeah. Okay, wonderful. If you watch this blurry video later and you have a question or a comment, please leave that in the comment section and I'll be sure to get back with you as soon as I can. All right, my friends, please have a great day. Thank you for your patience today with this unusual practice that we did with blurriness. Hopefully it worked out pretty much okay. It sounds like it did, so I'm really happy about that. Have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully with much clearer video. All right, bye you guys.